State and city leaders are pushing for more participation in this year's census. The deadline was extended to October, so the city of Chattanooga is using this extra time to get the word out. Channel 3's Travis Cummings is live with more on how they're making this happen. Travis?
Yeah, well, David, here in Chattanooga, that response rate for the 2020 census is about 57.5%. That's a little bit less than the state response. Now, in Hamilton County, I'll show you here, that's about 63.3%, a little bit more than the average state response. But the hope is for that number to reach much higher.
We don't want folks to not count. It hurts our community, but it also hurts them.
In the thick of the coronavirus pandemic, the 2020 census is being encouraged more than ever. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee tweeted this week that only 61.5% of Tennesseans have completed the 10-minute survey that Americans are called on for every 10 years. Lee also noting that the census brings critical federal resources back to the state and its support services.
When the CARES Act was passed, our dollars were determined by how many people were counted in our 2010 census. Our funding for hospitals, our funding for schools, our funding for roads and infrastructure, all of this is tied to the census, and we need those funds more than ever.
City Director for Special Projects Tyler Yount says Chattanoogans have been hard to reach historically.
Even with the door knocking and stuff, we still undercount a lot of our population that we just can't reach during the census.
That's why in 2019, the city put together a grassroots coalition to reach hard-to-count neighborhoods and uses grant money to spread the word. Working with groups like the Chattanooga Panhellenic Council.
We're planning on doing some door knocking and distributing some information in some of our lowest response census tracts.
There are 3 ways you can get your information in: by mail, by phone, and the easiest and fastest, online.
That's political representation for them, that's funding for their neighborhood, and we want to make sure they get counted.
Now, beginning August 11th, the Census Bureau will be out knocking on doors for those who have not responded yet. And although those visits will be socially distanced, to avoid them, it's best that you get your census turned in on time. Reporting in Chattanooga, Travis Cummings, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.